So it's official. Mitt Romney supports a confirmation vote in the Senate for Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee. He said that earlier today. I want to read you his statement underlining why he's made it. He said, "The Constitution gives the president the power to nominate and the Senate the authority to provide advice and consent on Supreme Court nominees. Accordingly, I intend to follow the Constitution and precedent in considering the president's nominee. If the nominee reaches the Senate floor, I intend to vote based upon their qualifications." And what he's arguing there is that the precedent is not what happened in 2016, as in there shall be no vote. He's following the Ted Cruz line, which I feel is disingenuous, which is supposedly that the precedent is when the president and the Senate match in the final year, it's okay to nominate somebody, and when they don't, it's not really okay. I disagree with that precedent. I've talked about it before, but that's his argument. And basically what he's saying is, look, I don't know if I'll vote for the person. That's something I have to see, but I support their right to an up and down vote in the Senate to see if they can get approved on the court. That's what Mitt Romney has said. Now, this is significant because in the last few days, some of the Republicans that were considered swing votes on this issue have started to take their side, and Trump and McConnell now appear to have enough votes. At first, Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins both came against this nomination. They both said in 2016, we argued tooth and nail against this, not based on any party, same party, different precedent, but just on that we shouldn't have a nomination in the final year. It would not be fair to do the same thing. And that was 2 votes, and I think they needed 2 more, but Grassley and Cory Gardner, Lindsey Graham, who's facing a very close contest in South Carolina, and now Mitt Romney, these types of Republican senators have all come down on Donald Trump's side. Now, this is what any reasonable person should have expected. You know, you might have had dreams that there would be a principled Republican opposition, that you could get 3, 4, 5 Republican senators and then have something happen where you could block or delay Donald Trump's nominee based on a bipartisan level of support, based on the precedent set in 2016. Because again, the Republicans in 2016 did not make the argument of same party, different party. They said a final year president shall not make an appointment, and they shall not even see a vote. And that's not what they're arguing here, of course. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Now, the ball is fully in the Democrats' court. They need to use every procedural amendment, every power they can use, every rule in the book, every technicality, everything they can to block this. The people deserve nothing less, because regardless of Mitt Romney and Ted Cruz and Tom Cotton and what they've argued, this is a violation of the argument they made in 2016. It is. And the Republicans won't respond to hypocrisy. They won't respond to their lack of decency. But the Democrats must act against them on that issue. They must. And here's the thing. Their voters deserve nothing less. The Republicans are clearly willing to lie, cheat, and steal for their voters. Their voters want this Supreme Court pick basically no matter what. They would literally do anything for a 6-3, conservative lean on the Supreme Court. So the Democrats must be willing to do everything they can to fight for their voters who don't want to see that, and who don't want to see the hypocrisy, and don't want to see Ruth Bader Ginsburg disingenuously replaced based on a lie from 2016. They need to fight. They need to fight 100%. And I worry about it because I see, Nancy Pelosi basically unwilling to commit to any fight. She says we won't rule anything out, but she's not committing to any fight. And then she glitches out and says, good morning, Sunday morning, live on CNN or ABC or whatever it was. It was ABC with Stephanopoulos. And then you have Dianne Feinstein, the California senator, basically saying that regardless of this, we still want the filibuster and we still all want these things that will fundamentally give Republicans a veto over all progressive legislation time immemorial. That these are not the people ready to fight. AOC is ready to fight. She's talked about that. I made a video on that. She's saying not only should we not take any arrow out of our quiver, we need to do everything possible. Absolutely. Ed Markey has said the same thing. And here's the deal. I'm very skeptical that this appointment is going to be blocked. I don't know what's going to block it. They have to try. They can impeach somebody like Barr or DeJoy or even Trump again to try to gum up the works. And I'm not even suggesting it's a disingenuous impeachment because these people have done impeachable offenses. And that would take precedent over a Senate trial. They can do that. They could try whatever they want. But I still think this person's going to end up on the court. I still think so. But the Democrats have to be willing to explore everything they can within the bounds of their potential power should they win a majority in the House and Senate and the presidency to fundamentally change things. And I think, for instance, they should pack the court, add at least as many justices to rectify the lie in 2016 and the hypocrisy of the lie in 2020. At least cancel out, Gorsuch/Kavanaugh and then whoever this next person is. At the very least, they need to pack the courts. They need to. There's no reason why the court has to be 9 people. It was 6 for a while and then 7. For a time, it was 10. The court can change. The country is as big as it's ever been. Maybe they need a couple extra Supreme Court justices. Anyway, further to that, they must look at making DC and Puerto Rico states. If those people want to be states, they should be welcomed in as states. They're both larger and more diverse economically and politically and demographically in many ways than at least half a dozen states, and so should be welcomed in at that level. And that would add 4 more senators to the Democratic bench, frankly. It's not about that purely, but if the Republicans will play dirty, they should too. People having faith in Mitt Romney and Grassley and Cory Gardner, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you had faith in these people. Now you have to have faith in yourself to protest this. You have to have faith in the tough members of the Democratic caucus to fight this. And you have to have a desire to push Joe Biden, if he wins this, to push him in the Democratic House and Democratic Senate to initiate fundamental changes to take power back from the Republicans that have stolen it.